Hello everyone! In this video we explain how to install and run locally Ornith. Ornith is a self-improving family of open source models for agentic coding. This model, or better to say the family of models, have several nice features. First of all, the authors have provided compressed versions of the models. They have provided 9B and 30B parameter models, and consequently these two models can be executed on a local computer. In this video tutorial, I will explain how to install and run locally 9B parameter model. Second of all, a very nice feature of the model is that it can self-improve. Namely, Ornith employs reinforcement learning to learn to generate not only solution rollouts but also the scaffold that drive those rollouts. Consequently, over time, this model can self-improve. In this video, I will explain how to thoroughly install this model on a local computer. And I will explain how to write this Python code that explains how to use the model. First of all, I'm running this model on NVIDIA 3090 GPU with 24 GB of VRAM, and my computer has 64 GB of regular RAM memory. This code will say the following to the model. List all the files in the current directory. So what will happen behind the scene? Model will be called and the model will execute this command. Or better to say, the model will accept this prompt. It will figure out what needs to be done, it will generate the commands, and the commands will be executed by using the standard Python process. As you can see over here, my request is to list all the files in the current folder, and as the result you will see this. First of all, model wants to run this command and the command will be executed, and then you will see the content of this folder. Of course, you can modify this code to do all sorts of things. And this is just one of examples how to use this model. Okay, let's start with installation. First of all, click here and then search for terminal. Before you install any program on a Linux Ubuntu, make sure that your system is up to date. To do that, you need to execute these two commands: sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade, and enter your super user password. The next step is to install curl. We will need curl in order to install Ollama. The next step is to install Ollama. For those of you who are completely new to AI and running AI algorithms on local computers, let me explain what is Ollama. Ollama is a framework for running local models on local computers. It is very simple to use, and most importantly, it has a Python API. Consequently, you can easily call tools and you can run local models by using Python scripts. You can install Ollama by simply running this command. Now, in my case, I already have Ollama on my system, and consequently Ollama will be updated. Now, the next step is to download the model. To download the model, you need to type this, Ollama pool, and then type the model, and over here you need to specify the model size, 9B. If you have a powerful computer, you can also test 30B model. In that case, you will simply need to type Ollama pool or in 30B. Okay, so let's run this command and let's see what will happen. In my case, I have already downloaded the model previously, and consequently this command took a few seconds to execute. In your case, it might take like a minute or two to download the model. Next, let's test the model by simply typing Ollama run, and then we need to specify the name of the model. Let me just do this, and then let's specify the name of the model, and let's see, will the model be loaded? Just be patient over here. Depending on how fast is your computer, it might take a while to download. And let's see this. Who are you? Let's see what is the response. Okay, so now the model is executing on my computer, and you can see that the model is running. We will not be running the model from a prompt. We are going to write a Python code that will execute this model and that will call a tool. Okay, let me cancel this and let me exit. You can exit by pressing and holding Ctrl Z. And that's it. Good. Next, I will explain how to create an agent by using this model. The agent will accept the user query, which in my case will be to execute certain Linux bash commands, and the model will execute it. So let's learn how to do that. For that purpose, I need to create a folder. I will call the folder as test2, then I will navigate to test2, and inside of this folder I need to create a Python virtual environment. First of all, let's verify the Python version on your system. You can do it like this, and you can see that I'm having Python 3.12. Next, let's install the Python command for creating virtual environments. Make sure that this number 3.12 matches this number over here, and press enter. Okay, to create a Python virtual environment, you need to execute this command. The name of the environment will be environment1. Press enter. And then let's now activate this Python virtual environment. And over here, we need to install the Python API for Llama. You need to type pipe install Ollama with double L and press enter. And this will install the Ollama library for Python. Next, open your favorite Python editor. In my case, it's Visual Studio Code. If you don't have Visual Studio Code on your computer, I created a separate video tutorial explaining how to install it. You can find it on my YouTube channel. I can run Visual Studio Code like this, and then over here I will create a file. So let's create a new file. Click on File, a new file, and I will call the file as test1.py. And I will save it in the same folder. And over here, to save time, I'm going to simply paste the code I wrote. Don't be scared by looking or after looking at this code. This code is relatively simple. And my suggestion to you is not to copy and paste. You can simply pause the video and you can type this code. Try to understand what is written and try to improve your Python skills. So let me explain what's happening here. First of all, we're importing Ollama library, and we are also importing subprocess. The subprocess will enable us to execute shell commands. Next, we need to define the tool the model can use to execute shell commands. This is the standard process. You need to specify the type, which is function. Then you need to define the function and what the function will be doing. Name will be run shell. Description, you can write what this function is supposed to do. Then you need to specify the parameters. Type is the object, and here are the properties. Command is of the type string, and description is the exact shell command to execute. And over here, it's required command, and that's it. Good. Next, I'm defining a function that will execute the command. This function will accept a user query or user prompt. So here is one example. So I'm saying list all the files in the current folder, right? This function accepts this string. First of all, defines message. The role is the user and the content is prompt. That is, the content is directly prompt that the user defines. Here, I'm calling Ollama library and I'm calling the function chat. I'm specifying the model I'm using. It's Ornith 9B. I'm passing this message over here, and over here, I'm passing also the previously defined shell tool. What will happen now? The model will be called over here and the response will be generated. Next, we need to simply parse this response and to execute the commands. And we do it over here. Over here, I'm simply checking for an error, and this is simple relatively simple block to understand. So if tool calls, that is, if this is non-zero or of some value, then I'm simply iterating through tool calls, and then I'm basically defining the command over here, and then I'm printing what the command is, and then I'm executing this command on my machine. I'm simply calling subprocess run, I'm specifying command, and here it is. And I'm printing the output. Since the process, or better to say the subprocess, will return what has been executed, in my case it's going to provide a list of files, and I'm simply printing out such that user can see it, and that's it. If I have an error, then I simply print this error, and that's it. And over here I'm basically sending the user request. So let's save this, press Ctrl S, and then let's do this. Let's execute this code. To execute this code, you need to execute this code inside of the Python virtual environment you just created. I will do it again. Press and hold Ctrl-Shift-P, then search Python, select interpreter. Make sure that you select the interpreter inside of your virtual environment. That is this interpreter and not the global interpreter. Click here and simply click here, and the code will be executed. Now wait for a while until the model is loaded, and it's going to take most time to load the model. The execution is going to be fast. And finally, as the output, you will see this model wants to run this piece. This is actually this print command, and here's the output. And this output is generated by this print command. And that's it. Simple as that. Of course, you can modify this code in many ways. However, be careful over here. Since you don't have control of what is being executed, you might erase everything in a folder. For example, the model can make a mistake, right? And then some erase command or move command might be generated. So be careful what you're doing. You can always implement over here some save checks and some guards to make sure that certain commands are not being executed. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that you like this video. If you like the videos I'm creating, please press the like and subscribe buttons, and see you in the next video tutorial.